On the break of 19th and 20th centuries, Slovakia was facing a huge wave of emigration. Thousands of people were trying to find a better life and they headed to the United States. Fedor Dupej, who was born in 1877 in Ondavka, Slovakia, was not an exception, and he started his new life in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, almost 120 years ago after he emigrated, we are trying to find and locate his long-lost relatives in Ondavka. Before we made the trip there, we did some preliminary research and we checked surname databases, land records and phone directories. Ondavka can be found even on the oldest maps of the Šariš region. According to the surname database, which was last updated over 20 years ago, there were 2 women and 1 man living in Ondavka in 1998. However, these days we didn't find anyone with this surname living in Ondavka anymore. In spite of that, we were lucky enough and in the list of the landowners we found Mr. Miro Dupej, born in 1958, who currently resides in the town Svidník. He agreed to come and meet us in Ondavka and discuss his family history with us. We are starting our trip in this beautiful historical town of Bardejov, which is also the seat of the county where Ondavka is situated. And if you are ready, then let's go. We started our trip in Bardejov and we drove towards the northeast to Nižná Polianka. This is the village where we are right now, and this is also the place where is the registry office for Ondavka situated. And our next steps will be to Ondavka, which is literally at the end of the road. This is where we are having a meeting with Mr. Dupej, who will hopefully tell us a little bit more. Ondavka was several years without the mayor, and just recently this post was taken by the young mayor Lucia Vasilega. So I contacted her in order to gain any possible documents like the book of houses or cemetery records, but unfortunately she said that her predecessor didn't left her any of it, and so the further research this way is blocked. Welcome in Ondavka, village in Bardejov County in Nízke Beskidy Hills. This is where the Dupej family came from at the end of 19th and early 20th century to America. Ondavka was founded around 1618, and in spite today it has only 16 permanent citizens. In the past it was much bigger. In 1828 there were 190 citizens living in 25 houses. The main occupation of the locals was the agriculture. Due to the lack of opportunities, the people were constantly leaving not only to nearby towns but also overseas, especially to the United States and Canada. In Ondavka there is also a small Greek Catholic church, Temple of the Protection of the Mother of God from 1881. We are going to meet Mr. Miroslav Dupej from Svidník. It's a nearby bigger town, but his roots are in Ondavka and this is where he is right now. So I am curious what is he going to tell us. Mr. Miro Dupej welcomed us in his house number 17 in Ondavka that he inherited from his parents. And he told us that his father was Peter Dupej, born in 1924, and his grandfather was Fedor Dupej, who actually emigrated to Canada, where he also died in around 1960-64. Miroslav told us that in the past there were at least 3 or 4 Dupej families in Ondavka that were either not related or related deep in the past, so the connection was forgotten. Today there are no Dupejs living in Ondavka. During the time they either moved to the bigger towns such as Prešov, Košice, Svidník or Bardejov, or even overseas to the United States and Canada. There still should be living one over 90 years old man from the Dupej family in the town Prešov at Pavlovičovo námestie, but unfortunately right now he's in the hospital. Because there were more Dupej families in Ondavka, each of them had their nickname or alias to help with identification, such as Dupej Hríb, Dupej Mitrík, etc. From Mr. Miroslav Dupej that we just met recently, we learned that in Ondavka there were at least 3 unrelated Dupej families, or maybe their root is somewhere very deep in the past. And another Dupej family was living also in this house. Today it was sold and now somebody else is living it here. But the original owner was the chief of the county office in Prešov, so that can be a good clue and we will try to follow it. We are at the cemetery in Ondavka. This is where we found several graves of the Dupej family members, and the next possible step will be to locate them in the registers and try to fit them into the family tree. In a nearby town, Nižná Polianka, there is the registry office that stores the birth, marriage and death records for Ondavka as well, and this is where we were able to gain some additional records that might be able to uncover more of your family history. We explored the Dupej family history at least a little bit, but there are still the blank spaces to be filled in. There are still the new chapters that can be written. I hope that you will have a chance to visit this magical place, land of your ancestors soon, and experience it by your own eyes.